I think you're pushing on the edge, right? This cutting edge work that you're doing, and you're not just pushing on the edge of methodologies necessarily, but also the boundaries of values, morals, the moral compass, and issues that concern you because you're concerned about what you see in the world. My 3 questions for graduate students is always, what do you want to know? How are you going to find it out? And how would you know if you're wrong? And it's that 3rd question that's the most important for you to answer.
This particular conference is focused on social justice and how we as social scientists can address that. But I mean, more broadly, it's a chance to bring together different cohorts. So we'll have people here who are just kind of starting out on their SeNSS journey. They won't actually be SeNSS students until September. But we'll also have so-called legacy students who might be in their 3rd or 4th years, or people who've been through their 1st or 2nd years with SeNSS. So that chance to talk about different experiences across the PhD life course is really valuable.
I'm conducting an ethnography of cryptocurrency trading and how it intersects with kind of culturally held beliefs about money and value. So I'm looking at cryptocurrency traders and what is it that money means to us and how can we get that in a different way. I said to myself, if I didn't get funding, like a PhD was totally off the cards for me. So I owe a lot to SeNSS. Like I wouldn't be able to do my research without them, and I feel very blessed to be here. And one of the research projects that they picked, I feel really, really happy. And I think it's really important for people to come together and to feel what other people are doing and to feel that you're part of a bigger community. And I hope that I will make a lot of connections from these 2 days.
PhD students face a number of challenges. When their fieldwork collapses or something goes wrong, they have to have a plan B, so they've got to be very adaptable. So they've got to, number one, get through the project. Then they've got to publicise the project through, in publications. They've got to then build a career network. So it's a lot to do in 3 years. They've got to master these new emerging methods. And so once a year, we provide an opportunity at least once a year for them to get together and have, to meet each other on common ground.
I think what this helps is particularly thinking beyond the PhD, because you're often quite focusing on your project right here, right now. And there's a lot to be said about networking, about social media, about how you can think about strategies of building those opportunities for after the PhD and how you can make your work seem relevant and known by a wider audience. And that's super important to be thinking about earlier on, rather than getting to the end and being suddenly, I need a job, and because there's a competitive market out there and there's a lot of us.
I think it really helps to meet such a variety of people across disciplines, and it makes you realise that there isn't one way of doing something. And sometimes you can get a bit boxed in, and these events really break down that box and you can tap into other people's knowledge, which is just something else.
So what's the roadmap for reaching a slavery-free world is our big question. The real power of all these programs is meeting like-minded people working on really interesting projects with whom you can share theories, data, methods, problems, worries, etc. And collaborating with others always brings value and benefit because you have more minds in the room trying to address a problem. So this conference and conferences around the country that do this are absolutely brilliant for students who are just starting out.